viewers, the Congress-led Karnataka government has been constantly receiving flack over price hikes in the state. Just a few days after the Karnataka Environment Minister proposed a green cess, now the government has increased the medical service fee at government hospitals by about 20%. The Bangalore Medical College and Research Institute, which runs major government hospitals in Bengaluru, has revised the price of the medical services. This means prices of popular government hospitals in Bengaluru, like Victoria Hospital and a few others, super speciality hospitals, have been hiked. So the services are now going to cost the people more. While charges for a few services have remained the same, rates for basic services like general treatment, surgeries, blood tests, lab charges and scans have been increased. Now, viewers, let's give you a price comparison between the old and, what is now going to be the price now. While one had to pay 250 rupees for a medical certificate, it will now cost 300 rupees. A patient will now have to shell out 1,000 rupees for a special single ward against an earlier price of about 750 rupees. While diet counseling and diet charges were free of cost till now people will have to pay 100 rupees and 50 rupees respectively. Now, speaking on this particular issue, Karnataka's Health Minister Dinesh Gundu has said that this decision was long pending and is being implemented by this government. Calling it a price revision, a slight hike, the minister has said that the price increase would in fact add value to the medical services that are offered to the public.
ಪರಿಷ್ಕರಣೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಕೆಲವು ಯೂಸರ್ ಫೀಸ್ ಏನಿರ್ತದೆ ಅದು ಬಹಳ ವರ್ಷಗಳ ಹಿಂದೆ ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ಆಗಿರೋದು. ಕೆಲವು ಕಡೆ 10%, 20% ಈ ತರ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಗಿದ್ದು ಈಗ 10 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಇರೋದನ್ನ 20 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಮಾಡೋದು, 20 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಇರೋದನ್ನ 50 ರೂಪಾಯಿ, 40 ರೂಪಾಯಿ. ಅದರಿಂದ ಅವಾಗಿನ ರೇಟ್ಗಳು ಏನಿತ್ತು ಇವಾಗಿನ ಒಂದು ರೇಟ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಹೋಲಿಕೆ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಆಗೋದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅದು ಜನರಿಗೂ ಭಾರ ಅಂತ ಏನಲ್ಲ, ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಅದು ಹೊರೆ ಆಗದೇ ಇರುವಂತ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವಂತದ್ದು. ಅದರಿಂದ ನನಗೆ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ ಇದೇನು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಏನು ವಿಷಯ ಏನಲ್ಲ. ನಾನು ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಏನೇ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಇವತ್ತು ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ ಸ್ಕೀಮ್ ಇಂದ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇದು ನನಗೇನು ಅರ್ಥನೇ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ನಾವೇನು ಏನೇ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಇವತ್ತು ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ ಸ್ಕೀಮ್ ದುಡ್ಡು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ. ಪರಿಷ್ಕರಣೆ ಹಿಂದೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ನೀವು ವಾಟರ್ ಬಿಲ್ಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಮಾಡಿಲ್ವಾ, ವಾಟರ್ ರೇಟ್ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಮಾಡಿಲ್ವಾ, ಕರೆಂಟ್ ರೇಟ್ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಮಾಡಿಲ್ವಾ?
Now, viewers, this price revision has triggered a political storm with the Bharatiya Janata Party accusing the government of looting the people. Now, Congress leaders have defended the move, claiming that this price hike will improve, in fact, the quality of the medical service.
There has been another news coming in that Mr. Adani has been indicted by a US court. How do you really look at this development, sir?
Sir, Mr. Adani's reputation, everybody knew what's happening in India.
Okay, we'll get you the correct reaction in just a bit. Meanwhile, the price revision has triggered a political storm when Bharatiya Janata Party has accused the government of looting the people. And as usual, the Congress party has been defending the move. This price hike, viewers, for sure has provided ammunition to the BJP and the JDS to launch an attack on the state government. Both parties have blamed the revision of rates on the 5 government guarantee schemes that Congress had promised during the assembly elections earlier. Listen in.
ये है समाजवादी पार्टी का माफिया राज और गुंडा राज. मतलब ये जो अपने आप को संविधान के संरक्षक और जो अपने आप को सहिष्णुता के फ्लैग बेरर बताते हैं, वो कैसे फांसीवादी सोच, तालिबानी सोच भी रखते हैं. और
All right, let's now go across to my colleagues joining us on the broadcast for more on this particular story. Deepak as well as Imran live with us at this point in time. Deepak, to you first. In percentage terms, it might be 10% or 20%, but if the price has gone up from 750 rupees earlier to 1,000 rupees now, it is definitely going to pinch the pockets of the people.
Absolutely, and we should also note here, Hina, the people, of course, who avail services at the government hospitals are the poorest of the poor, and each and every rupee, of course, makes a big difference to them. So, just saying that this is not going to really affect them, well, that's sitting in a place of comfort and making that comment. You would really have to say that any sort of increase will probably affect them. Now, whether the increase is due because it hasn't been changed for many years, well, that's, of course, debatable, and that's something that the government has maintained, that for several years now, there hasn't been any change, and periodically there needs to be a change or a revision in prices, and that's what they have done, and it is very nominal is what they are saying. Now, this is, of course, given the ammunition to the BJP, which has been on the charge for quite some time over multiple issues in the state. Now they're saying that be it milk prices, be it fuel prices, be it proposal to bring in a green cess, be it proposal to bring in garbage cess. Now, this price rise in government hospitals overall is going to affect the common man is what they're saying. And they're in turn, blaming the Congress guarantees for this and the khata-cut model for this, which is vehemently, of course, being denied by the health minister, who's saying that time and again the guarantees are brought into question. It has nothing to do with the guarantees. This was long pending. It has been done right now. And he's saying that these are very nominal price rises, which are not going to really affect the common man, is the claim by the health ministry. We'll, of course, be speaking to people on the ground as well to try and get more voices as to what they feel when they're paying, of course, these pumped up prices.
Right. Deepak, stay with us. Imran, I'll come to you in just a bit. In fact, now we have the sound bites ready of leaders from BJP as well as JDS on this entire story. Let's listen in.
Yet another example of the khata-cut economics in Karnataka. Lab charges, treatment charges, diagnostic test charges have been increased by 15 to 20%. This means the common man has to suffer even more. And the common man is suffering in Karnataka ever since the Congress party government has come, because Congress means loot and jhoot. First you give jhoota guarantees and then you loot the people. Every price and every tax has been imposed on the common man in Karnataka. And this is the Karnataka model of Congress party. They loot the people after giving jhoota guarantees.
All the issues state government, they have actually putting burden on the government, on the common man to actually implement that 5 guarantee programs. For that, unnecessarily they are burdening on the common man. This is not good.
Let's now go across to my colleague Imran as well for more on this. Imran, now clearly BJP as well as JDS targeting the Congress-led government in the state of Karnataka. The point still remains the same. Eventually, it is the people who are going to suffer. Now, how is the government going to ensure that the price hike and the revenue that will be collected because of this price hike is eventually invested back into the hospital as being claimed by the Congress party? Because this increase in revenue because of this price hike is going to lead to better services, in these hospitals.
Well, that's correlation between price hike and better services is doubtful. But what the minister has claimed that the prices which are set is almost a decade old, and the input cost and cost of running the hospitals have gone up, and that's the reason why they made a very nominal increase in prices. However, the BJP opposition is not looking at that. They both JDS and BJP target the state government, saying that in order to subsidize their government schemes, they're passing on the burden on the common man. Whereas the minister said it's only a nominal price increase of 10 or in some instances 50 rupees. But this argument is not being bought by the opposition. They're targeting the government, saying that this is nothing but in order to maintain the 5 guarantee schemes, they're passing on the burden on the common man. However, it's going to affect a common man per se, because most of the people who come to the government hospitals are very, very in the poor strata, and for them even a 50 rupees increase, it pinches them. It considers the overall expenses which they have to incur in the hospital.
Imran as well as Deepak, appreciate both of you for the moment for joining us with all of those details.